Hello everyone, first week over, so well done. I really enjoyed the conversations and getting to meet a whole lot of you on the discussion thread this week, so well done. You really went off to a flying start. If you haven't had the chance to introduce yourself, please go back to that initial discussion on discussion thread. It's not too late. I'll keep an eye out for any newcomers. And as I said, it's never too late. We want to know where you're from and what your interest is in the course. I noticed for a few of you, this is a compulsory elective as part of, I think, your Bachelor of Criminology. I hope you'll enjoy it. I think you'll find there's a lot of scope, particularly when it comes to assessments, in choosing topics of interest to you. This week we started fairly casual and we looked a lot at just conflict at home, domestically. And when I say domestically, I mean things like fights over remote controls and steering wheels. So, really domestic level conflict. A lot of ideas that relate to conflict resolution actually do translate from a very domestic to an international stage. However, there are certainly some complexities when it comes to looking at peace and war and violence, for example, and how you manage that when you don't have the personal connections and relationships you do at home. And also, obviously, more severe consequences. So as we move into next week, we'll be looking at a few very important things. Something is actually how we define ideas such as peace, conflict, and violence. And these definitions are going to be really key. Or your assessment or your for example, will rely on having a really good definition that translates to that international stage. So this is where you're going to start to think about, well, what are the differences? Why is it important that we talk about it as international relations type idea? But like I said, hopefully you'll find it interesting. We'll be organising a collaborate session, not this Monday, but next. Now that will be mainly for assessment 1, but also I'm going to cover assessment 2. It's a much smaller assessment, but I realise that you're probably starting to look at getting into groups very soon. So we will touch on assessment 2 already. If you're super eager, you'll see that under discussion threads, you've got team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. Look at that as a virtual list. So feel free to start putting your name down on a list, go into the thread and just say, okay, I put my hand up, I'm in this team. Or if there's a person that you want to directly contact and say, can we team up together? Put both your names down under one of the teams. And at some point I'll look through and be able to go, okay, everyone's there together in a team. So thanks everybody. Great first week. If you haven't had a chance to look at my comedy skit, Kitty Flanagan on Coffee, I highly recommend it. It's my favourite. And stay in touch on the discussion thread.